In Matthew chapter 20, we read of two blind men on the roadside crying out to Jesus as he and the disciples were leaving Jericho. They were shouting, "Lord, have mercy on us, Son of David." Jesus called out to them, "What do you want me to do for you?" Their response was, "Let our eyes be opened." And Jesus, moved with compassion, restored their sight, and the two blind men immediately followed him. It is easy to imagine this scene. The blind men were shouting, they were crying out, they were desperate. There were probably very few, if any, accommodations for the visually impaired 2,000 years ago. Blindness left one in a very vulnerable state. Most of us do not experience that level of vulnerability. In fact, speaking for myself, I would say day to day, I feel fairly self-sufficient. When I pray, "Give us this day our daily bread," I am not shouting to God in desperation. My pantry is full. Yet there is another, more subtle blindness, easy to fall prey to, which befalls us self-sufficient folks. There is a blindness that comes from this sense of self-sufficiency and results in our living our lives as practical atheists. We may not consciously consider ourselves to be non-believers. We may even be in church every Sunday, but our hearts are turned toward ourselves and our world, while our spiritual eyesight is deeply impaired. We fail to see how God is ever present and loving us into existence moment by moment. We cling to our independence with pride. In the process, some of us gain the world while losing our souls. There is one consolation in this passage for us who fall prey to the illusion of self-sufficiency and its resulting spiritual blindness, and that is the compassion and mercy of Jesus. We might not struggle for our daily bread like much of the world, but there is truth to the words of Jesus when he said, "Man does not live by bread alone." There is a deeper reality, a deeper way of experiencing life, and a kingdom of God which beckons us to come. But we first have to be healed of our blindness. That work often requires us to first become aware of our spiritual impairment, and then, with heartfelt sincerity, leads us to pray, "Let our eyes be opened." Learning to see with the eyes of Jesus takes a lifetime of seeking and following. But guess who is standing at the door, full of compassion, just waiting for us?